All right, welcome back. It is Wednesday, March 6th, 2024, and the drive-in talk yesterday seemed to be a hit, so we're going to try it again today. This time, I'm going to be going straight home, and I'm going to let the Tesla do all the driving once we get to the road. So yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit. Other than that, been a super boring day. As you can tell, just got out of work. And yep, that's about it for that. Haven't had anything at all to eat today except for one tiny cookie that they had, and they had a bunch of cookies. I've never seen the cookies before, this type of cookies. We have a very large percentage of the plant are Mexican, and I'm thinking this is a cookie that they're used to eating. I tried one, and it is not for me. So I kind of actually regret trying it. I don't regret trying it, but it's not a cookie I would waste calories on in the future. But yeah, so other than that, I had that one little cookie. When I say little, I mean it was approximately the size of a quarter. So I'm not exaggerating when I say little. It's not like a chocolate chip cookie or anything weird like that. It kind of looked like an animal cracker that has the sprinkles on it, but not in the shape of an animal, and smaller, and not a graham cracker or whatever those type of crackers are at all. But yeah, not for me. Then I had 3 different liquid IVs today, each of those with 45 calories apiece. So 2 of them is 90 calories, another 45 is 135 calories total for that. So I'm around 150 calories, give or take, for the day. I've had easily 100 ounces of water. That getting 100 ounces of water during my 8 hours of work is no longer a problem. I'm going to stop talking until we get back out on the road, because I can be talking while I'm driving or letting the car drive, as long as I keep paying attention to the road, which I will. But this is the Tesla. I am, if you hear something, that's everything going to my settings. The Tesla is currently on full self-driving beta software 11.4.9. Unfortunately, we still have not gotten version 12 yet. Also, the windshield wipers are set to auto, so you can't see it because of the camera, how the camera looks through it, but I can see a ton of little itty bitty raindrops on it. It's basically misting here, and it smells like fish, so that's not the most pleasant smell. But other than that, yeah. So if you see the windshield wipers kick on, that's totally at there it goes. That was all Tesla's decision. I'll tell you if I make any interventions. I have enabled self-driving, so now the Tesla is driving by itself. I will say, one of the things, I do not know the actual speed limit for the road that I am on currently. My car says that it's 25 miles an hour. But when I get on the road and I go 25 miles an hour, people always ride my tail like I'm going way under the speed limit. Not sure why that is. You'll see up here the speed limit does have a speed limit sign that says 35 miles an hour, and the car will accelerate to that speed limit when we get there. But yeah, not sure why that is. And again, the speed limit may be correct, and it really is 25 and people are just impatient, but I don't know. Again, this is Tesla driving all by itself. They stop, it goes, it looked both ways, all that good stuff. I did have a car beside me making a left-hand turn as well. Speed limit's 35, car is up itself to 35 miles an hour, no problem whatsoever. When I say the car is driving by itself, I do mean that literally. However, I am still holding on to the steering wheel. I have to constantly apply pressure to the steering wheel to let it know that I'm holding on to the steering wheel. If I don't apply pressure, enough pressure, it will yell at me that I need to. If I look away from the road, it will also yell at me. It's got a camera inside the cabin looking at my face to make sure I'm paying attention to the road. That means I can't look down at the screen. I can't be playing on my phone, none of that stuff. So I have to be paying attention, or at least looking like I'm paying attention to the road ahead of me, or it will yell at me. And you'll actually hear it sometimes chirp if I don't correct it in time. But yeah, we're coming up to a stop sign here. The car should stop for us. If it doesn't, I'll of course take over. But like I said, I'll let you know if I have to do any interventions. Normally, we make a left-hand turn here on this road to go home. But for whatever reason, because I didn't tell it we were going home. So yeah, that's on me. There we go. We'll make a left-hand turn now. That was me. I didn't give it a destination. It was just driving. So now it knows that we need to go home. So it made that turn all by itself. And we're going, and it thinks the speed limit on this road is 25 miles an hour as well. Again, I don't know what the actual speed limit is. It could be 25, but people like to go a lot faster. That doesn't mean that they are right. I would honestly trust the car over the people most of the time. But yeah, and I don't know if you saw that or not. That was a pickup truck that was hauling a trailer, and the trailer took up the majority of its lane. So the car got over further to the right to give us a little more space between it and the oncoming traffic. And I kind of like it. It didn't used to do that. Now it does. And again, it really does it, and it's noticeable for the bigger vehicles, but every once in a while it'll do it for one of the normal size vehicles. And you can kind of tell that the windshield is getting more and more covered with rain. So maybe the windshield wipers will kick on here in a second or two, or in a little bit. The windshield wipers are terrible. The automatic wipers, they need adjusted big time. They are absolutely terrible. They make no sense whatsoever to me. Sometimes I'll get in and they work perfect. Other times I get in and they just won't stop wiping, and it's not raining out at all. There's no sun glaring at the cameras or anything that would make you go, oh, let's put the wipers on. The cameras, the area in front of the camera, all of it's clean, no dust anywhere. I checked all that stuff. But yeah, so stop sign here. It's going to stop for the stop sign, of course. Flashing red lights. It's a four-way stop, or an all-way stop. No cars in any direction except for us, and then the vehicle behind us. And we are good to go again. And again, that's the Tesla doing its thing all by itself. Have not had to put in any other input other than just applying pressure to the steering wheel to let it know I'm here. And you can't see it right now, but there is a car behind me. And again, it says I'm going the speed limit, and the person is riding my butt like I'm going half the speed limit. But I know the speed limit is not 55. And they just passed me like I'm sitting still, because people drive like idiots around here. Again, I don't know what the actual speed limit is. I'm going to try and find out. It's annoying. But I do know it's not 50 miles an hour. So there's that. So that truck was going way faster than the speed limit anyways. With the Tesla, you can set it up to go at the speed limit. You can set it up to go a percentage over the speed limit, or you can set it up to go a specific amount over the speed limit. I have it set up to go, I think it's 3% over the speed limit or something like that. So yeah, right now speed limit showing is 25. It'll upgrade to 45 here, and it's going 26. This I have not encountered before, so we will see how it does. I might have to intervene because there is a vehicle in front of us with the traffic symbol out and oncoming traffic, so I might just intervene just to be safe. Yep, I'm gonna take over just to be safe here. But yeah, we'll see how the car does. I put it back on full self-driving now. So I took over. It looked like the car was going to go around into the oncoming traffic, but it doesn't mean it was going to. Sometimes it just like gets over to see if it can, to see around it, and then we'll stop and get back into your lane like you're supposed to. It's got the same limitations that humans have. You know, it can only see what it can see. So that is what it is. It is deciding right now to just stay behind this vehicle, and that's what I would do as well. The guy behind me is also staying in line, and the person behind him. So everybody is staying in line behind this guy. So seems like the right decision, but there we go. They're moving forward a little bit. Yeah, and it's a solid yellow line too, so it's also a no passing, which, you know, it doesn't really apply when you are talking about construction vehicles, going around construction vehicles, but it's a no passing zone because you can't see over the hill to see if you are clear to pass. So it's kind of at a dangerous spot to go around right now. Anyways, the car is trying to decide what it wants to do. Does it want to go around it or not? And right now it's deciding not to. So this could be a boring little bit here. There is a pickup truck coming towards us. I can see that because they just pulled out of their parking lot, or their driveway, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what they're stopped here for. But we'll just kind of watch and see what happens. Nobody in my lane is making any moves to go around. There's oncoming traffic now. Let's see. Can I widen your view while I'm recording? Nope. I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording and then widen it out to the widest I can record. That way you can kind of see what the car is seeing. There we go. We're back. That was literally 1 second. We just started moving as well, so now you can kind of see a wider view. You're seeing everything that I'm seeing and the car is seeing. Yeah, so it is what it is. Oh, and they're lowering their sign, which I'm hoping is a good thing, and lifting that up. Oh, made me nervous there. I didn't know what the car was going to do. It looked like it was just going to ram into the back of it. So it looks like the truck is getting ready to pull off and park. Herc Rentals. There's a truck off on the side with flashing lights too called Vector Services. I wonder if they were doing some work here or something. Maybe they're marking. There are a bunch of flags alongside the road that weren't here the other day, so that's probably what it was. But yeah, and now we'll just kind of finish our trip home. Again, Tesla's driving all by itself right now. I'm just kind of holding on to the steering wheel. We'll see how it goes. Speed limit's 45. We're going good with the speed there. Staying a safe distance from the vehicle in front of us. That is limited based on distance, not on speed right now. And now we're getting closer because everybody's slowing down. They're turning off. Yep. So they were all part of that Vector Services company. And I would almost guarantee they were doing the flag marking. But yeah. Nobody in front to follow now, so it's going all based off of the road markings. Remember, these are not mapped out routes. It is completely going based off what it's seeing and the map that it has, knowing where to go. Driving entirely on its own. Not much to talk about other than that. I am going the speed limit a little bit over, and I still got a person right on my tail, but this is the speed I would normally drive if I was driving myself anyways. So it's not like the car is going slower than I would go. It's going pretty much the exact same speed I'd go, and you're always going to have somebody who wants to go a different speed than you, no matter what speed you go. I could be going 80 miles an hour down this road and it still wouldn't be fast enough for some people, and for others I'd be called an idiot, which I would be in that case. But yeah, so back on topic. While everything's going again, I'll interject if it does something weird or if I have to take over. But earlier in the week, I think it was Monday, I talked about plans moving forward. I got a couple ideas because my weight loss isn't going in the direction I wanted to go or as quickly as I wanted to go, and that's obviously because I haven't been doing as good a job watching what I'm eating as I'm supposed to, whether I'm miscounting calories here or there or what have you, and then not going to the gym also hasn't been helping. I was doing better when I was going to the gym, and so two things. Number one, I do plan on going back to the gym. I'm going to start off going twice a week. I'm not sure exactly yet if I'm going to do like set days, like every Monday and every Friday or something like that. Haven't decided that much yet. I'm going to kind of play it by ear and make it one of my goals to go twice a week and do at least an hour on the treadmill each time. Maybe add in some weightlifting as well. But the bigger thing is I'm going to start doing some intermittent fasting, and I already do intermittent fasting kind of throughout the day. Technically I don't, because those liquid IV drinks have 45 calories a piece. Okay, I'm going to take over because the car wants to go in the center for some stupid reason. It doesn't normally do that. I'm not sure why it tried to do it today, but I'm taking over. I'm almost home, so I'm just going to drive the rest of the way home on my own. But the liquid IVs technically have 45 calories a piece in them, so when I drink those during the day, it's not intermittent fasting technically, but I'm not really eating any food, but I will be doing intermittent fasting in a different route, where I'm going to start off doing what is called rolling 48s. So I will do 48 hours of fasting, just water, black coffee, stuff like that. I'm even going to try to stay away from the coffee so there's no caffeine either. So basically, literally just water and some salt type stuff, potassium, junk like that, just to keep your electrolytes up. No sugar, nothing like that, for 48 hours, and then eat. And what that realistically will look like is I'll eat supper one night and then eat nothing the next 2 full days, and then don't eat anything for supper until that third night after the last night I ate. So it's going to be more than 48, but I'm still going to call it rolling 48s. And I'm going to do that for a little while, and then I will eventually switch to a rolling 72-hour fast and do that for a couple of weeks as well. And that should definitely get me some weight loss there. Yes, it's still healthy At my weight, it's more than safe. I've talked it over with my doctor on numerous occasions. I've done way longer fasts than that on numerous occasions. But it's a good way to get me started and to kind of wean myself off of the sugar and carbs and everything that I'm back to craving all the time. That, of course, also includes no pop. I have not decided if I'm going to have no Mountain Dew Zero as well. Technically, Mountain Dew Zero is 0 calories, but it still elicits an insulin response in your body, so it will not be a full-fledged fast in every aspect of it if I drink it. And again, I don't want the caffeine either there. I need to break myself of the caffeine habit. So I'm going to try and do it without the Mountain Dew as well. And I think I'm going to just try to get off pop altogether again. But I will still have pop on occasion. I'm not giving up pop entirely. That is not a reasonable goal for me whatsoever, nor would I ever want it to be, because I absolutely love Mountain Dew. And then when we go on our cruise, I'm going to be drinking a crap ton of Mountain Dew. I'm going to live it up and have a crap ton of everything. Food, you name it. I want to be surprised if I put on a bajillion pounds on that cruise, because I'm going to gorge myself like I do every cruise, because it's my time there. My time. I will have a Mai Tai as well while I'm there, because it's my time. That was a stupid pun. Forget I said that. I'm leaving it in because you get everything just how it is. But yeah, so that's the plan. I was thinking about doing it starting sometime this week. The way my brain works, I can't do stuff midweek or anything like that. So I'm going to start Monday with the fasting, the 48-hour fasting. So I'm going to keep everything exactly how it is through Sunday. And I'm going to eat supper Sunday. If I have dessert with supper, that's fine. I don't even know what we're having planned for dinner on Sunday. But then after I'm done eating, when I go to bed, I will not eat again until Wednesday night for supper. Again, this is perfectly safe. I am 330 something pounds. I have a crap ton of weight to lose. I have talked it over with my doctors. They are all completely fine with it. I've done it before in the past. And if I ever get to a spot where I feel like I need to stop and eat something, I will do that. I'm not being stupid. I know what I'm doing. I'm not recommending you go out and try this. Talk to your doctor first if you're interested in this. But we will see how that works. So I will eat Wednesday. Then I won't eat anything Thursday or Friday. Then we'll eat on Saturday. We won't eat anything on Sunday. We'll weigh ourselves on Monday, and we'll get to see how much weight we lost that week. And based on previous go-arounds with stuff like this, I don't normally do the 48s. I normally do the 72 or just do an entire week. I would expect to see a weight loss somewhere between 5 to 7 pounds from this coming Monday to the following Monday, which would be nice. It would be enough to get over everything that we've put on the past 2 weeks already. What has it been? 3 pounds that we've added. So get us down below where we started. That'll be good. And then get us on track that way. The biggest advantage to doing this fasting is, number one, I could go in and do a week-long fast. Not a problem. I've done them in the past. Working in a factory setting even though I'm not a on the floor factory worker, but being in the heat of the factory and the amount of walking that I do inside the factory, which today has only been about 4,700 steps, 8 flights of stairs. That's about just over 2 miles of walking at work today. But with all that, I don't want to do a full week jumping back into it, because I think that is setting myself up for failure. So I will start off small with the rolling 48s. That'll give me time to adjust to it and kind of lighten the burden a little bit. So if something happens when you fast or when you do diets like keto or something like that, and about 24 hours in, 36 hours in, you get what they call the keto flu. If you're on the keto diet, I don't know what they call it. They might still call it that for when you're fasting. But you kind of get grumpy. You feel different. And that's because your body is kicking over into ketosis. It's no longer burning the sugars and everything that you're consuming. And now it's turning around and starting to burn the fat that you have stored up and using your fat reserves, which is why you get fat in the first place. Your body can only use so much of the stuff that you put into it, so it stores all that fat, and then it stores there so it has stuff, so in case you can't eat down the road, it's got something to feed itself on. I have enough storage to feed my body for who knows how long, but it's way longer than 48 hours. Let's be real here. I could easily go a month without eating as long as I'm drinking water and getting my electrolytes in. I would be perfectly fine. I'm not going to do a month at this time. Who knows what will happen in the future? That's a story and a discussion for another day. But 48 will get me, it'll get me past that hump, and then it'll get me past that hump a few times. So it's kind of like forcing myself to do the hard part a few times intentionally. And then when I do the longer fast, getting over that hump, the time after that hard part will be easier. The second day, third day of fasting is way easier than the first day of fasting, if you ever try it. That 24-hour, 36-hour mark is the most miserable time for the most part. But yeah, so we'll get over that hump. Then we'll bring it to a longer fast, and then that'll get us where we need to be. And then maybe down the road, I'll look into doing like another week-long fast every few weeks if we need to. But the bigger thing is it's resetting your cravings, resetting when you get hungry, resetting what you get hungry for. I am absolutely obsessed with bread, carbs in general. With sugar, I can't get enough of it. It's just constantly there. Salt, I crave salty, sweet all the time. So getting rid of those cravings, it'll be a nice reset. And I am never going to get to a spot where I am replacing my cravings for a cheeseburger with the craving for a stalk of celery. But, if I can get it so I'm not craving the cheeseburger anymore, that'll be a big win in and of itself. I hate vegetables. But, yeah, so that's where we are. So we're going to try that. Again, my goal is to start it technically Sunday night when I go to bed. But it'll realistically be Monday, because Monday will be the first day where I'm actually doing something different. Not eat until Wednesday, not eat again until Saturday, and then we won't have eaten all of Sunday, and then when we weigh in on Monday morning, we'll see what that looks like. You are more than welcome to join me if you want. Make sure you check it. You're good with your doctor first, though. Don't be stupid But yeah, so this is a long video, and I'm home sitting in my driveway now talking to what looks like nobody. So if anybody sees me, I'm going to look like I'm absolutely crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. And thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.